What's up, our little tattletales? What's up, Sussex squad? Sit down. We have so much to talk about. Now, listen, what are we talking about today? We all know that the crown has the British royal palace upset, but baby, they give us new things to talk about. Although everybody likes to talk about the queen and disrespecting the queen, Charles, as soon as his mama died, sold 14 of her prize racehorses. And before people come in my comments being like, what are you talking about? They sold racehorses all the time. Those were the queen's pride and joy. Many said she loved those horses more than Charles. Apparently, Charles realized that too. He was like, as soon as she's gone, you're off to the glue factory. And the horses were like, no, right? And Camilla was like, me too. And Charles was like, not you, dear. Get out the stables. Get out the stables. And the horses were like, well, what makes her better than us? Anyway, so we're going to talk about that. Also, Camilla left to go on a 10-day holistic rejuvenation retreat in India by herself. Now, let me just tell you this. Some people think, oh my God, maybe she's going to actually relax. Apparently, the queen dying was too much for her. Other people are like, please, she's going to get cosmetic work. Has anybody considered option C? Camilla is faithful to no one, baby. How do you know she's not meeting her little thing on the side? Because one thing we know about history, and season 5 Crown will be into it. Listen, Camilla firmly believes ain't no fun, that the homies can't have none, and she don't got any problem spreading herself around like mustard. And there might be a sandwich in India. I'm just saying. Also, last but not least, Kate and William are trying to say that they want to be out here and more openly visible to the world. Man, the delusion. Let's get into it. We're going to start up first. First, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's talk about William and Kate first, right? They say William and Kate, the Prince and Princess of Wales, want to be more global. Ooh, listen, the 2 senior royals will be in Boston on December 2nd. December 2nd. Girl, bye. Have you ever seen Boston December 2nd? Ain't nobody thinking about Boston in the middle of their winter. For the second award ceremony of the Earthshot Prize. That was the prize, I believe, that they spent like umpteen million, like let's just say $10 million to put together the prize, but they only awarded $1 million. That's Will and Kate's charitable work, right? The trip as part of the Wales plan to become more visible outside of Britain, where they're already much loved by the public. The Insider told Us Weekly, they want to be more global, or at least more openly visible to the rest of the world. The trip across the Atlantic, they added, will also give Kate and William the chance to thank Americans for the warmth shown to the firm following the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Listen, I realize this is written for a British audience, but who's going to be the people welcoming them? Where are the royalists in America? Even the people, I think 90% of them that are royalists in America, I know something's off in the head, they literally support the fairy tale of Prince, Princess, Queen. They don't even understand all the levels of actually being royal. They said the outpouring of support and sympathy that was sent to the royals across the Atlantic Ocean was immense. It touched William and Kate and the entire royal family deeply. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, I can't wait for them to touch American soil so they can be booed, laughed at, jeered, heckled, and the fashion police ripping Kate apart saying, why is she still dressed like somebody's granny and that girl lady is only 40 years old? I can't wait. The problem is they think they're coming and they're stepping foot on Meghan's home turf and Harry's home turf, because that's the way they feel whenever Harry and Meghan even show up in the UK. How dare you even breathe our air? They don't understand the American media game. They don't understand how vicious we can be, and they don't understand how we like to dig for gold. William, if you have any secret rose bushes, peonies, or petunia plants, baby, you best stay over in London, because we will get to the bottom of this. We love building people up only to tear them down. That is American media at its finest. But also, can we talk about this? And this is the one thing that they keep missing. And I'll be honest, Queen Elizabeth came to power at a unique time. Television had just become, if it wasn't just invented, it had just become a a form of media that the masses could access, right? Where before, whenever the king or queen gave a speech, the only people that wrote about it were the historians, the royal biographers, all this stuff, or if you had the privilege of actually being there. Queen Elizabeth was the first royal person that the queen was making making a speech in your living room. She was with you. I'll just say it like it is. Queen Elizabeth was the first Instagram celebrity. She was the original Kris Jenner. I'm not joking. One of the reasons why was she was a woman, right? And this was a time where TV, a new medium form, had taken hold, and Queen Elizabeth knew how to use that. She played the PR game. She gave England the glitz and glamour, and you could see it on TV. Proud nations, they felt like the Queen was theirs. It was a unique connection that probably will never happen again. I don't even think the couriers realize what happened, because they keep trying to control things, and they haven't realized that there is a new form of media with Instagram, TikTok, all that they cannot control. But also, let's look at that time. England was on a win back then. Here's the thing they didn't realize. They are like, oh my God, we want to go out there and talk to people and, be more popular on other shores. Do you realize that even the Queen, even being popular as a worldwide star, is because worldwide people saw that shining example of British colonialism and the thing. Britain now is the first nation in modern time that we have seen in our lifetimes go from rich and powerful to very poor. What's coming with Britain economically over the next 10 years is not something to make light of. It's not. And if you know anybody, read anything, economic trade journals, or know economists, or know anybody that knows anything about what's going on, it is not looking good for Britain. And I don't mean like, oh, they'll pull past. I'll mean like, you'll be lucky if you survive this, right? They have literally gone to a poor nation. I don't think William and Kate have realized that you are no longer the Prince and Princess of Wales to like your parents were, to a shining empire where the whole world was forced to look to them. Britain has become irrelevant. I mean, as far as on a world stage, they have no trade partners. They are a poor nation now. Food shortages, energy shortage. They have no voice. So while they're trying to go overseas, they don't realize it's not that the Queen was so popular back then. It's the fact that the whole world was forced to look to Britain as the hope, as the future, as strength, as money. That's no longer there. Again, it's so funny. And Harry and Meghan couldn't have predicted this. But the British royal family the monarchy might die, not just from them being an F out of their league, blah, 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 blah. It actually might die because the country's broke and bankrupt and can't afford to bankroll them anymore. And a lot of the protections that they have when new parties take over will be pulled back. But let's move on, right? But again, I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see it. Let's go into Camilla now and her 10-day mustard fest, right? They're saying that she's headed to Sayuka. I can't really say, well, she's headed to India after landing in Bangalore on Friday with some friends and protection officers. Who's the friend? Friend like Prince William, or a different type of friend, right? And they're saying it's for healing, prevention, and rejuvenation. They're saying that Camilla's been a regular attendee over the years, sometimes heading en route to an overseas tour, sometimes heading there en route to an overseas tour with King Charles. This is not the case this time, but she likely factored in the vacation a long time ago. But Buckingham Palace had no comment when contacted about the break. You guys, let me start checking the Indian Times and all those papers, because if I see Camilla, listen, horsies go places. If I see those little hooves cross seductively while we're looking at a handsome older Indian gentleman, don't say I didn't tell y'all. Listen, it seems suspicious, but one thing I can say, we focus on the royal men being able to have something on the side. Let's not forget, they are equal opportunity over there, and the women are free to have something on the side too. Just saying. Lastly, let's talk about Charles. Let's talk about Charles. And he's selling off 14 of his late mother's prize racehorses, including her favorite that just won the racing thing last year. Yeah, this is bitter. This is resentment. This is, yeah, right? This is, yeah. But you know what? Charles has always had animosity to his parents. It just amazes me with the royalists, and I guess that's what Charles banks on, that the way people will make excuses for power. You talk about Meghan, you talk about Harry, you talk about so many people disrespecting the Queen. Charles does something that on its face you cannot justify as anything but disrespect, and everybody's cool with it. Yeah, okay. Listen, they're saying that he's selling off already 14 of her broadmares, right? Through Tattersall's, an auction house in Newmarket, including celebrated runners Just Fine, right? And Love Affairs as well. But here's the thing. The fact that he's selling off the horses that have won races lets you know that he's winding down the whole factory. He is. So he's selling off. So that means the horse racing division is over because you let go. Those other, I think there's 37 horses and I think 37 baby horses, or they're soon to be born. One thing I know about that, they're also saying those are going to be sold off over the next year. He's completely shutting down the racing division, although he's saying that it's not going to end the royal family's connection with loving to go to the races. I don't know. Sounds like animosity to me. They're saying there's nothing out of the ordinary. There's nothing out of the ordinary of selling off prized horses that just won races, not even like a few months ago. There's nothing out of the ordinary with that. Okay. Every year they'd sell horses. Yes, they would sell the horses that were not winning. The Queen had broadmares of her own. She would breed them and sell them. You can't keep them all. Every year owners sell stock. His Majesty is just doing what owners do. Keep making those excuses, Charles. I'll say one thing. For Charles to be complaining about what's going on with the crown, you sure are making reckless moves. The monarch's former racing manager, John Warren, I think he's going to work for the Arab royal family racing circles now, has a tremendous getaway for the monarch, reflecting, I'm sure if the Queen had not bred into being a monarch, she would have found a vocation with horses. It's just simply in her DNA. He credited her role in championing the sport with helping to raise the profile of British racing. Well, it looks like that era is over. And it looks like, as much as Charles is complaining that everybody with the crown and this and that are trying to make him look bad, baby, nobody has to paint you looking bad, Charles. This type of mess makes you look bad on your own. And the fact that the royal family isn't even trying to spin it, and the fact that the monarchists are mum on what is the biggest disrespect to the Queen, we've begun to see. But like we always knew, it was never about the Queen. It was never about the monarchy. It was just the fact that the Black woman had the nerve to taint the blood. Harry procreated with her and then didn't let the woman be chased off. You guys, I can't. Anyway, y'all, listen, they better never, what am I saying? They better never complain about what Meghan does. They always complain about her. But anyway, my little tattletales, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.